I recently traveled with a research group to 20 different forests across the nation that were managed by Native American tribes. Many of these tribes sustainably manage their forests using low-intensity prescribed burns, and they actively cut trees for a variety of purposes. Our research group found that Indian forest management practices is a great model for environmental sustainability. Unfortunately today, many of our forests in the West are not healthy. We've suppressed fires and now they're overgrown with trees, which increases the wildfire risk in many of our southwestern ponderosa pine and mixed conifer forests. The Mexican spotted owl nests in these same exact forests and are currently listed as a threatened species due to the wildfire risk they face. The only way to help save the Mexican spotted owl and reduce the wildfire risk is to remove some of the trees that are fueling these fires. But in the past 25 or so years, we've been so afraid to do this, partly because it may negatively impact the owl. It's a classic catch-22 dilemma. Owls need trees for their nest sites, but too many trees can cause disastrous wildfire. So how do we achieve that balance? Well, that's what brings us back to the tribes. My research looks at the effects of forest treatments on Mexican spotted owls. One of my study sites is shown here on the left. It's on the reservation, and it is thinned to act as a fuel break. This site has a lower fire risk. Due to the tribe's sovereignty, they can be more proactive and experimental in their management. The tribe has been collecting owl and forest data for over 10 years and has shared it with me. My other study site is shown here on the right, and no, this image is not photoshopped. This site has a much higher fire risk and for the most part is not thinned. This is a dangerous situation not only for the owl but for forest communities like Flagstaff. So what site does the owl prefer? It turns out thinning doesn't scare them off, and in fact it could be beneficial. We believe that this thinning allows the understory grasses to grow, which is a food source for the rodents that owls eat. By analyzing satellite images, we're able to understand what types of forests owls prefer in a nest site. With the data we've collected, we'll be able to identify areas throughout the Southwest that may provide suitable owl habitat so that we can protect that and actively manage it. Future work will compare occupancy and reproduction rates between thinned and unthinned forests to determine exactly how owls respond. Our work will identify to what extent we can reduce wildfire risk while not negatively impacting the owl. As tribal elders have told me many times in the past, it's our responsibility to take care of the forest and all the creatures within. My work will allow us to do just that. Thank you.